And well, if you know me by now, you'll know that I just can't leave stuff alone.
Well, guess we ain't biking. It snapped. This is a quick release axle.
What is up, guys? Why is trying to talk to me? I'm starting the video.
Do that to me. I'm trying to talk to you.
What is up, guys? Anyways, lots of new stuff coming up here. Here's for my computer. Here is the power supply. Here is the new processor. Here is my RAM, and here is my new motherboard. One with a lot of gaming stuff because it's better performance. But we got some other things. Hold on. Other things for the Subaru. As you can see, a new oil pan gasket. We got all new control arms for the back and all the CV boots and the steering boots. So we'll be doing that. Also, I'm going to have a weekend this weekend. Labor Day weekend. We're going to get some days off. Thank God. But another thing I got, and I'm in the middle of installing, is a new shifter knob. The original shifter knob, it's just like plastic and rubber. There's no weight to this whatsoever. I got a weighted one, and I'm a sucker for a shifter knob that's just plain and simple with your shift pattern on it. I just like that. So this is gonna be down as far as I can get it, so that actually shortens it up, because this, maybe it won't shorten it up. It's gonna sit about the same place. I thought about chopping this down a little bit, taking about an inch off of this, but it's still up for debate. I'm not sure yet if I want to do that. I also got a new shifter boot to go with this. This is actually leather. It's actually very nice. And this one has a tear in it. And it's kind of cruddy. It's just a small tear in the front. But I wanted a weighted shifter knob because it gives you a better shifter feel. So, and well, if you know me by now, you'll know that I just can't leave stuff alone. So I took the shifter out, I shortened it about an inch, I tapered the rods, welded around it, ground it down so I could fit a collar on there, put the collar on, and welded it. So it's actually stronger than the original one was, but the shifts are smooth and short now. So it's definitely going to be a short throw now. Now I need to concentrate on the boot. So here is our center shifter boot assembly. This is just a trim ring, which I'm going to use because it kind of clips the boot in tight. Here's the original boot. As you can see, it has ears on it, and they were all stapled in. What they do is they come through these little holes in the back, flip over this, and they were stapled in. I'm going to try to staple this new one in, but I need to cut my boot so it's like that. And I'm probably going to trim a little bit off of it since we're making it a short throw. As you can see, it's pretty much the same length overall, but yeah, I need to trim those ears in. It's about the same size boot too. Actually, I can't. If you cut more off of it, then it won't fit around these pieces here. So I'm going to have to keep it the same length. But I'm going to trim this up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so here's how I did it. I put the old boot over the new one, and no, it doesn't line up, but I just eyeballed everywhere there was a tab. I cut it, left, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be close. So now I'm going to try to fit this up to this and staple it on there. Alright kids, check that out. It looks almost to be factory. Got a little bit of dirt on it here. It looks so good. I did staple it around the inside like the factory one was. Not all the staples went in perfect, but that trim ring makes it very tight to get in there. And it's not coming off there. So, this is exciting. I got a short throw shifter and I got my new boot on. So let's go throw this in the car. So is it an actual short throw? No, it's not. I could have definitely shortened it up even more where I put that collar at. I probably could have took 2 inches off of the thing. But I tell you what, my main issue was with the other shifter and why I wanted to do a short throw. I got this cell phone holder here, and this shifter was probably about right here. So whenever I was in first gear, I would oftentimes I'd hit my phone. Now I've got plenty of room. It's so smooth now. It feels great. I like that.
Now I'm just guessing that's a good camera angle for you guys. I already like this feel of this already, but I don't see where I'm gonna hit my cell phone at all. Not even close. Oh, it's a nice feel. Oh, it's nice. So get out on the road and see if it improves my shift times.
We got Kitty in training. Come on, we're gonna go for a walk.
He's purring now. Okay, you ready?
He is purring.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go for a walk.
Come on.
Yeah, good kitty. Come on.
No.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on. You gotta walk. You gotta walk.
Come on.
Get up. Biting it.
Let's go.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Let's go.
You're next. Get her, Stu. You get her. Get this thing up. Get it off of me. Get it. Alright, it's your turn.
Come on, Stella.
Come
Come on, Stella. Let's
Come
go.
on. It's way too big for her.
She's walking now. Come on. Come on, Stella.
She said save me.
Stella. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. She's doing a little better than him.
There she is, kinda.
Come on, Stella.
She's kinda resisting.
Look at him. What's this?
Stewie, take her for a walk. Come on. I'm going mountain biking right now. I haven't went mountain biking in 2-3 years. Racetown Lake has some of the best mountain biking trails, so I'm going to take you guys with me for that. I'm leaving right now, in fact. We are going to jump on the Subaru this weekend, and the Infinity. Jerry's pulled the frame on it. We're having some complications. I might have to tear the whole front core support and radiators and condensers and stuff off. The way it's set up, it's kind of like a dual frame setup, and he got the top pulled, and it fits. The hood latches, everything lines up. The bottom section of it, which is kind of like attached to the subframe, he said it didn't pull like the top did. So he's still working on it, but you know, we'll see what it looks like whenever I get the chance to get out there. Alright, so I technically screwed myself a little bit. I left my backpack at the house that had my helmet, my tire pump, my spare tubes, my tools, and everything, and I was going to put my cameras and stuff in the bag and my cell phone and stuff. I left it at the house. I was halfway here and I realized I didn't have it. I was like, crap. So
YOLO.
Well, guess we ain't biking. The parking lot's like right there. I didn't get very far. My wheel was rubbing the frame. I just put this axle in. Like, just put it in. It broke already. Because just your boy's a fatty. Look at how bent that is. It snapped. This is a quick release axle. Just couldn't take it. So I guess I'm gonna go back to solid axle. That's what I had in it. But we're not gonna run. I guess we'll go do 1,000 steps. I'm so glad you came with me, Backpack.
Thank you.
So here we have the next mod for the Honda. I got a clunk. Sometimes you pull out and you lug it down a little bit. It feels like the motor shakes, or if you let off the throttle and then get on the throttle again, it has a judder to it. That is a common issue with motor mounts. So I got the front and the rear motor mount here. Now I ordered these from Rock Auto. This one is completely composite except for the sleeves where the bolts go in. Never seen one like that. Like the whole mount itself is composite. Now this one is all aluminum and then with a rubber insert.
Stewie, I'm trying to explain this. I don't need your help.
So we're going to be putting these in the Honda. Hopefully that helps with my issue. And I got to run to Huntington, so we'll test them out to see about having my phone replaced that I just got because it's being glitchy. So I also have to service Ashley's Camaro. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera, and then we'll get the Honda in here. It's going to be a brand new car till I'm done with it. For real. Alright, here are our two motor mounts. Pop the hood, see what we're working with. Okay, first motor mount is the aluminum one. Right there it is. I can see it plain as day. All the bolts look easily accessible, especially from underneath, which is probably what we're going to be doing. Actually, the top two bolts are probably easier to get from right here because of the exhaust. So, maybe I'll go ahead and loosen those up while I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to take them out yet. Let's check the catch can. Been running for about a week on it. Not a drop on it. Okay. Alright. I wonder where my oil's going. Alright, so we got her up in the air. Take a glance at her. I'm looking. I still don't think that oil leak is that significant. Front motor mount looks very easy. Very easy. And we're going to get that. It does look like it's like sunk. Like it's not supporting like it's supposed to. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gone. The back motor mount looks like a blasty blast. It is, I don't know if you can see that. It's right up in there. You got to take this shell off right here that mounts to the transmission. So we got to get all three of those bolts out. And that fourth one, and then somehow finagle that down out, and then you can change that motor mount out. But yeah, it's pretty tight up in there. So first thing first, I'm going to put it back down. I'm going to put this engine cradle thing on top to pull the motor up, to take all the pressure off these mounts so we can get them out easily. Alright, so now that I have the front of the motor supported, I want to go ahead and change the front one out. We're going to do a time lapse. Go! So the first motor mount was in fact destroyed. As you see that, I thought it looked like it was sagging, and sure enough it was. So I gotta finish tightening one more bolt on that. Then I need to move this thing to the back of the engine, and then we'll try to get the back one out. Alright, so there's a standoff down there on the transmission. I got the chain underneath it, pulled it up tight, and didn't have to remove anything. Thought I was gonna have to take the intake off, but ended up fishing it down in there just about perfect. So let's get this thing up in the air and start taking apart that back one.
GoPro says that took me 45 minutes. My hands and body say otherwise. It seemed like it took forever. But, yeah, and then on top of that, the old one wasn't bad. This one was actually alright. But we were in there that deep. Gotta change it anyway. So put a brand new one in. Maybe I'll set this one back. Maybe might need it in the future. Who knows? The front one was definitely bad. That was probably all of my vibration. The side ones look fine. So I feel certain this thing's gonna feel good now. But it was a pain in the butt to get this bolt out right here. You go through the center of this. It's way up in there, very hard to get to. And then two of the bolts go up through the subframe. So one's right here, and the other one's right here where the exhaust is at. So I took the exhaust loose from the header, pushed it to the side so we get that bolt. Took the sway bar out and just pushed it back, and that was how I got onto that bolt right there. Was up and through here. After the sway bar is out of place, it gives you a little bit more room to get in there. So, yeah, new motor mounts. I'm going to get myself cleaned up and take this thing for a drive. I need to go to Huntington to have Verizon look at my phone. So, let's get it down. So the Civic runs and drives great now, and that's going to be the end of this episode. Guys, if you haven't yet, go check out my Teespring page, check out my merch. All the purchases for my merch helps out what I do here. Since I haven't been putting out the Copart videos, I'm really not getting near as many views, and I'm definitely not making the money I was making on YouTube. So if you guys haven't and you want to purchase some stuff, right now is a good time to do it. I'm going to be jumping back into these. I'm going to go out to Jerry's and check out the Infinity on the next episode, and we'll see where it's at, and hopefully, and we're going to get into this. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this video, go check out some other ones, and we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.
Wide awake tonight as we counted all the planes go by. We talked like everything has changed, like a miracle drug that cures the pain. I don't want this night to fade, 'cause we don't feel this way no more. We're laughing till our bodies hurt, and takes me to this place like we were just